I'm going to give you the secret right up front. The most powerful time for manifestation and reality creation is at night when you are falling asleep. But there's more than that. What you do when you fall asleep sets up your reality tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Falling asleep is the gateway to your subconscious mind and to the universe. It's how we access that creation power within ourselves. It also drops our resistance to what we want to manifest. If you don't like the way your life currently is, you must make changes when you fall asleep. This is the core technique of Neville Goddard's teachings. And in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to make those changes so that you can create the reality that you dream of. Now, stick with me until the end because there is nuance here in how to work this simulation and how to best program reality to get those big changes in your life that you want to see. This reality is an illusion. It is a simulation. Now, we could argue the different models of simulation. You know, are we talking high-tech aliens? Or is it more of a spiritual thing where we're these souls that are reincarnating infinitely? It doesn't really matter, honestly, why it's a simulation. The important thing is that it is and that we can program it. There are certain fundamental laws of the simulation that you can use to shape reality around you. You can create incredible wealth and abundance. You can attract love. You can manifest the success that you desire in this plane of reality. And there are a few techniques that we can employ to get there. When you are falling asleep is the most powerful time to write these programs and to practice these techniques. Neville Goddard and his law of assumption asserts that the subconscious mind and the wonderful human imagination creates our reality. That what we feed into our subconscious and what we imagine becomes reality. And you have the most access to your subconscious mind in that window of falling asleep. Now, coming up, we will get right into the technique. But first, comment down below just one of the things that you want to manifest in your reality. By sharing it here with all of us, you tap into the power of group intention. And I will visualize that everyone who watches this video manifests their desires, and I ask you to do the same. If you do it for them, they'll do it for you. Group intention is a way to supercharge all of our manifestations. Now let's dive into the techniques and the principles. First, you want to be very careful of what you feed your mind before you go to bed at night. What kind of shows are you watching? What kind of books are you reading? What kind of junk foods are you eating? I know it sounds silly, but everything we put into our body and our mind affects our manifesting ability, and doubly so when it comes close to bedtime. You know, if you've ever eaten some junk food before bed and then you had a nightmare, right? These things are linked. When you're in bed and you're drifting in and out of consciousness, you're in that space, you want to visualize a scene in your mind that implies the wish is fulfilled. And you want to feel it deep down. What is the feeling of that wish fulfilled? How would it feel to manifest $10 million and quit your job the next morning? How would it feel to wake up next to your soulmate in bed? And really take ownership of it when you visualize. That's a trick that can trip people up sometimes, not taking ownership when they're thinking about it. Now, Neville Goddard calls this the ladder technique. As an example and an exercise for people, he advises that you practice visualizing climbing a ladder while you're busy falling asleep. And so many people, when they do this practice for a few days or a few weeks, literally end up in reality climbing a ladder. Now, a clever trick that you can use for more abstract manifestations that don't fit a nice imagined scene is to imagine a conversation between you and someone else, where the content of the conversation implies the wish is fulfilled. So if you wanted a car, for example, you could visualize having a conversation with a family member where that family member is congratulating you for getting the car of your dreams. They're asking you to take it for a test drive. They're so excited at the engine or what it looks like. And they're just so happy for you. Now, next, you want to engage your senses. What does it look like in this scene that you're imagining? What are the sounds? What does it feel like on your skin when you touch something? Can you smell anything? And again, this sounds silly, but the more reality that you can feel and impart into your imagined scene, the faster and more powerfully it will show up in your reality. Now, don't stress this part too much. Don't get hung up on this, but try to at least engage one additional sense beyond what you're visually seeing or knowing in your mind. In the book Psycho-Cybernetics, there's a story of a woman who used this very same technique to get over her fear and anxiety of being at the dentist. She would sit and visualize herself in the dental chair in the treatment room, comfortable, being happy and relaxed and calm, but the technique didn't work. She tried it over and over again with no results. It wasn't until she engaged her sense of smell that the wish finally became fulfilled. The next time she imagined the smell of the cleaning supplies in the dental operatory. And once she engaged that sense of smell, it made it real enough for her subconscious mind to accept as reality. And the next time she went to the dentist, she had no fear. She sat down in the chair and she was happy, calm, and relaxed. Now, in addition to that, you have to look at your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about reality. The mirror principle. Your inner reality is reflected back to you as external reality. You can visualize wealth and abundance and love until the cows come home. But if you have an inner belief of scarcity and lack, that inner belief will block the manifestation. You will repel it. So it's very important to also be doing that inner work, to become present and aware of what's going on within you relative to your reality, to make changes to those thoughts and beliefs in the way you feel about things so that you are allowing the manifestation and you're aligning yourself with it instead of blocking it from coming in. By changing your inner states, you literally shift timelines into a different reality that conforms to who you're busy being now. The universe will always show you what you believe to be true. And there's so much power in that because it means we have control over reality, the simulation, because we ultimately have that control over ourselves, how we think, feel, act, and believe. Now, there's some other techniques that we can stack to work in harmony when you are falling asleep at night. We have created a 7-step manifesting system that guides you step by step along your manifesting journey. This was 10 years in the making, and it covers lots of techniques and, more importantly, the proper order to do them in to maximize your manifesting potential. I have used this system to manifest my IT business and quit my 9-to-5 job 9 years ago. I've used the same process to manifest my wonderful wife and to lose over 50 pounds last year. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in taking your manifestation to the next level. I hope you choose to make it a great day. Much love and much peace to you, my friend.